Hello, YouTubers and fellow hams. Take a listen to this.
Kilo Juliet 7 Delta Papa Lima back to you.
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Lincoln Whiskey up. Dadgummit. Me and my freaking call sign. The unfortunate thing is I know the police phonetic alphabet and the military one, and I always mix my military with law enforcement. So if that happens, I apologize. Over.
QSL, don't worry about it. You know, getting the point across is the biggest thing. Some of the older hams will ask you to slow down your call sign so that they can write it down and log it into their contacts. By the way, what's your first name? KB9RLW, you still with me? No contact, KJ7 DPL, I'll be monitoring.
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Lincoln Whiskey. Sorry about that, my radio just died. I'm going to have to put it on the charger. And first name is Ray, R-A-Y.
Okay, Ray. What you're listening to there is an audio, a portion of an audio file that was sent to me. It was sent to me by N7KGB, whose name is Kevin as well, Kevin Just, up in the Marysville, Washington area. And he reported to me that on December 1st, at or about 5 p.m. Pacific time in Marysville, Washington, he monitored this conversation and recorded it and then sent it to me to let me know that somebody's using my call sign on the air. Call sign piracy. Now, this sounds like a young kid. You know, from his voice and his mannerisms and speaking, it sounds like he's somebody in his early 20s. And he says his name is Ray. Probably is his real name. He also claims to be a member of CERT. Listen to this.
10-4, I'm just new to ham, so I'm trying to have proper etiquette.
Absolutely, I understand. Did you come over from CB, or was this just something that you decided to do all of a sudden, like get prepped out for the stuff hitting the fan?
Well, I'm a member of CERT, and they're trying to make so that anytime CERT members have to be activated, which is a very rare occasion, but if it does happen, they want to make it so everybody has a ham license and they can just be contacted on there.
Okay, so CERT is the Community Emergency Response Team. It's a government group that organizes first responders, emergency responders, and ham radio operators to be utilized in emergencies, you know, for communications and so on. By the way, Ray is in conversation with KJ7 DPL. Royce up in that area. Unfortunately, Royce doesn't have an email. We'll get to that in a minute. Also, I don't know if you noticed that, Royce caught it. At the beginning there, Ray said 10-4. So he's obviously played with CB. He lets slip another little bit of information too. He lets us know what his radio is. And some of you have probably already guessed. But let's take a listen.
God, what is this antenna? It's this Tide radio, the NA771. So, and I mean, apparently it's doing real good. I just, unfortunately, on the bow things, do not like their belt clips because they break like there's no tomorrow.
All right, so he's got a bow fang. No surprise. He said he notices that he's noticed that the belt clips break on the bow fangs. Now, either he picked that up off the web, or he's had the radio for a while and has had his break. So he might have been at this for a while. So what's going on here? Well, we've got a kid. You know, it sounds like a kid. It sounds like he's in his early 20s maybe, or even late teens, who's using my call sign on the air in the area of Marysville, Washington, up there in the Northwest. That's not good. And what are we going to do about it? Well, I have done a little research. I have found the email address for the CERT manager in Marysville, and also the president of the, let's see, what's that radio club called? Cascade Radio Club in Everett, Washington, which is right next to Marysville. So I'm going to send this video link to the president of the local club and the CERT manager there in Marysville. And she can look at her roster, or he, and see if there's a Ray on the roster. Perhaps there is, or maybe he's just saying that. But what I'm hoping is that somebody in the radio club will catch him on the air and can have a conversation with him. Now, there's going to be comments on this video from people that are saying, you know, report it to the FCC, bring the hammer down, let's get him, you know, pitchforks and torches, My approach is a little different here. Now, we've all made mistakes in our past. Every one of us has things that we've done sometime when we were younger that we're ashamed of, that perhaps we learned from and became a better person, you know, after we corrected it. And I'm kind of hoping that's what's going to happen here. My ideal outcome in this case would be for somebody up there to talk to Ray and say, hey, look, you know, what you're doing is wrong and you need to stop. First off, you need to stop, okay? You're pirating somebody else's call sign. But you're obviously interested in the hobby, you know, and getting an amateur radio license is not that difficult. And in most cases, it costs little to nothing to do. So what I would really like to see happen here is I would like to see Ray get talked to, apologize, you know, I'm sorry guys, yeah, you're right, you know, and ultimately get a valid amateur radio license and enjoy the hobby. You know, we need more young guys in the hobby. And it sounds like he's got the interest, you know, he just is doing the wrong thing here and needs to put it right and get himself a license. That would be the ideal outcome in my mind. So I'm going to send this, as I said, to the CERT manager and to the local club up there. And if anybody that's watching this video is in that area and hears Ray on the repeater, you know, please talk to him. But, you know, talk to him. And let's see if we can turn him around and get him to get a valid license and acknowledge his mistake and learn from the experience, you know. I've got mistakes in my past that I shudder to remember because I'm so ashamed of. But I realized that I learned, that I improved myself after I faced my mistake and my poor choice and rectified it. And that would be the ideal outcome for me in this situation. Now, if I hear anything back, if I have any developments in this story in the future, I will certainly do another video and fill you all in on where it went and how and what happened. But we'll see, you know, we'll see. So let this serve as a warning to you, though. Call sign piracy is rare, but it does happen. It could happen to you. It has happened to me here, and you got to watch out for that. Now, I don't know why he would choose my call sign. You figure he'd have Googled the call sign and chose one that had less than a handful of hits, and certainly not as many hits as mine brings up. I mean, I'm no celebrity. I'm no celebrity, but my call sign is kind of known. I mean, there's a lot of people that watch my videos, a lot of people that are aware of it, you know, and certainly anybody talking to him that searched it on QRZ would come back and say, this is not you. So, yeah, it's kind of a poor choice there, Ray. But anyway, it can happen. So there you go, an example of call sign piracy. It happened to me. All right, I'm going to get back to work on my doublet video. It's going to be a two-parter. And also, coming up in a week or so, I'm going to do a video. I have an announcement to make regarding Quartz Fest and something that I'm involved with at Quartz Fest that I think you're all going to enjoy. And you're going to need some help and some participation from the community on. So watch for that. I'm going to get to work, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, click to subscribe. Join us on the Facebook channel for discussion about the videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please click to support me on my Patreon page.